This series of scenes taken from actual nuclear weapons tests in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s gives a quick look at a project being undertaken by the Department of Energy in cooperation with the Department of Defense to preserve and release historic films. The Department of Energy, in keeping with the administration's openness initiative, will use many previously classified and unreleased historic nuclear weapons testing films as part of its effort to detail an audiovisual history of the nuclear age. The nuclear weapons testing program has led to today's sophisticated nuclear weapons stockpile. Join us now at Trinity as the first nuclear device is prepared for detonation.
Anchored in the sheltered waters of the Bikini Lagoon below is an array of almost every type of naval vessel used in the past war. A bombing crew was competitively chosen. Major Swancutt, the pilot. Major Wood, the bombardier. The B-29 Dave's Dream would carry them to the target. The bombing plane is nearing the target with its escort of photographic planes. There's the target. Bomb away.
There it goes. The fourth atomic bomb has been successfully detonated. First you see a blinding flash. Then comes the hemispherically shaped cloud that expands rapidly just behind the initial pressure wave. After the smoke clears, the characteristic mushroom cloud begins to form and shoot
Oh, I'm
scarlet.
sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute. Welcome, Red Dirt Ranch. Welcome back to Night Terror, where we talk about what keeps you up at night. Tonight's topic is a nuclear Holocaust survivable?
Rising above the clouds and smoke of
If
the
so,
explosion.
how?
Although obscured during the
And
first
I
few
also have
seconds,
Discord, where you
the
can
ball of
just
fire is still visibly red
jump in
hot.
and start
The
chatting
maximum
if you'd like,
temperature reached at the
or
center of
just
this
enjoy the
ball
movie.
shortly after detonation exceeds even the temperature of the sun. In less than a minute, it has reached a point 1 mile above the Earth. Although a beautiful sight, this swirling, boiling mushroom cloud is certain death to any living thing which approaches too close to its edge. On Bikini Island.
What do you
3
think,
miles
Red
from
Dirt
the
Ranch?
point
Can
of
we
birth.
survive a nuclear holocaust? Or is it unlikely?
On the water, you can see the shock wave coming toward the camera. Watch those palm trees in the foreground.
The heavy cruiser Pensacola was located about 450 yards from the epicenter. This ship sustained serious superstructure wreckage. Both stacks were a total wreck, and numerous other topside structures were badly damaged. The submarine skate was
Not.
located about
Red Dirt
300
Ranch
yards
says
from
I'm
the
not
epicenter.
a scientific guy,
Light
but to
fixtures,
me, the heat
periscopes,
generated from
and
the blast
superstructure
itself,
were demolished.
depending
The
on the
pressure hull and
proximity,
conning tower remained
kills
intact,
everything.
and interior
I
machinery
think
was
it's
undamaged.
improbable for survival. Yeah, I agree. I think if by luck, I think it's just a
5,
matter of luck.
4,
If you
3,
survive,
2, 1, fire.
might wish you hadn't.
These pictures of the ascending water column show the expanding cloud of spray at the base of the column moving outward and enveloping the ships in the target array. Great quantities of radioactive water from the column descended upon the
Red Dirt Ranch, the EMP would also have the probability of making your heart and internal organs go haywire. It would be unsurvivable.
Rising at an initial rate exceeding the speed of sound.
I didn't know that, but yeah, that makes sense.
For several minutes. Here again is an excellent photographic portrayal.
Making your heart and internal organs go haywire. That never even crossed my mind. But, you know, we're kind of like a chip ourselves. That is why the Navy EP-3 707 Mercury are EMP hardened.
More than 4,500 miles west of the California coast.
I have to look this up.
With test time only moments away, final time
The Navy
signals are called by Colonel
ED.
Floyd. Split seconds separate us from the detonation.
Great. Oh. Oh, look at those things.
It was decided to have a fourth test called the booster shot.
The 707 Mercury
And was detonated on a
is, well, top secret classified communications platform. Look up TACAMO and you will read about it. I was part of TF-124, the TACAMO. The TACAMO. Oof.
Today, whatever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may go,
Let's see here.
are a part of atomic warfare.
So, take charge and move out.
Personally,
The TACMO,
in laboratories
I don't know if I'm
and in the
pronouncing
field,
TACMO correctly, but
in little-known
is a
places
U.S.
in the
military
world.
system of
Units of the
survivable
defense
communication
establishment
links
of the United
designed
States
to be
are learning to
used
work with
in
atomic
nuclear
weapons.
war.
Learning to strike. Learning defense against the effects
To maintain
of atomic
communications between the decision makers, the National Command Authority, and the triad of strategic nuclear weapon delivery systems. My stomach hurts. Its primary mission is to receive, verify, and retransmit emergency action messages, EAMs, to U.S. strategic forces. It does this by maintaining the ability to communicate on virtually every radio frequency band, from very low frequency, VLF, which drives whales kind of onto beaches, up through super high frequency, SHF, using a variety of modulations, encryptions, and networks. This airborne communication capability largely replaced the land-based, extremely low-frequency ELF. Oh, that's what drives whales crazy, not VLF. Broadcast sites that became vulnerable to nuclear strikes. So the ELF broadcast sites are vulnerable. Okay, there are several components to the current TACMO system. The main part is the airborne portion, the U.S. Navy Strategic Communications Wing 1. Oh, Jesus. Stratcom Wing 1, a U.S. Strategic Command USS Stratcom organization base at Naval Air Facility Tinker at Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma. Stratcom Wing 1 consists of 3 Fleet Air Reconnaissance Squadrons, VQ-3, 4, and 7, equipped with Boeing IDS E-6B Mercury TACMO aircrafts. Those are the ones you're saying are reinforced against electromagnetic pulses, as well as the main operating base at Tinker. There is a West Coast Alert Base at Travis Air Force Base, California, and an East Coast Alert Base, NAS, Patnex River, Maryland. Jesus. Takamo. Alright, I'm pronouncing it correctly. I still hold a top secret compartmentalized information grade. Jeez. Let's see here. Here we have the E6Bs, are the 707s. They're becoming the 737s soon enough. Patuxent. Sorry. Let's see here. So the history. 1961, and the first aircraft modified for TACAMO testing was a Lockheed KC-130 Hercules, which in 1962 was fitted with a VLF transmitter and trailing wire antenna to test communications with the Fleet ballistic missile submarines. Alright, so these things communicate with subs as well. Well, you know, that would be one of the main reasons. The Naval Air Development Center developed the required technique of stalling the trailing antenna to achieve a long vertical antenna needed. The VLF system is currently known as Verdin. Very Low Frequency Digital Information Network. The program was expanded in 1966 using modified C-130s, designated Lockheed EC-130s G or Q, carrying a VLF system built by Collins Radio Company. The first 2 squadrons were established in 1968. VQ-4 initially operated from Naval Air Station Patuxent Naval Air Station Patuxent River, Maryland. The VQ-3 was initially formed at NAS Barbers Point, Hawaii, before moving to Naval Air Station Agana in Guam, but later returned to NAS Barbers Point, Hawaii. The system known as TACAMO, from Take Charge and Move Out, has been operationally deployed since 1969. TACAMO consisted of 12 Lockheed AC-130Qs equipped with VLF transmitters using long trailing wire antennas. The VLF system was repeatedly upgraded to improve signal strength. Jesus! Yeah, that's got to be on a lot of people's minds. Keeping communications up. Hello and welcome, Anderson Prime, or as he's usually referred, Mr. Anderson. Welcome back to Night Terror. Tonight's topic is a nuclear holocaust survivable. How?
Accompanied by a striking visual aurora.
Ethan Allen submerged to firing depth. And there it goes. Polaris on the way with a nuclear warhead.
Anderson Prime, cover yourself and cockroaches. That's a good idea. Let's hear. Red Dirt Ranch. My job was to break emergency action messages, EMS, regarding the nuclear protocols set forth by the President of the United States. Whoa. That's a pretty important task there, Red Dirt Ranch. I imagine you had to do a lot of testing.
Intensive preparations stress the most advanced safety and protective measures.
I hated writing his nuclear briefings based upon Cold War era
All was in place and ready.
cryptology.
Aboard Agerholm, the ASROC launcher lined up on target.
You had to write his briefings based on Cold War era cryptology.
In the foreground is the firing
I imagine you used
7 seconds later, the warhead splashed.
Computer or something to do that. I'm just assuming. No, I have no idea. You probably can't tell me.
Completed the firing cycle and the burst exploded skyward.
Daily. I can still hear the pings going off in my sleep. Jesus. Hey, but you know, it gives you some structure in life, I guess. Yeah, the Enigma machine typing it out. Those Germans, man. What haven't we copied from them? I'm trying to think of something we don't utilize today as our infrastructure that wasn't just swiped from World War II, Germany. I used to drive cab at on Coronado Island, San Diego, and I got a pass to go on NAB, NAS, Pendleton, up north near the reactor there, and I don't know if you know, you probably know this story, but NAB, the Naval Amphibious Base where they trained SEALs, way back in the day when they captured a whole bunch of German scientists, they just kind of let them design their area or something. And that's why if you look through Google Earth, you can see the buildings on the east side of NAB. It makes a swastika. Those freaking Germans, man.
The weapons are being loaded aboard the aircraft. In this case, both weapons are B-43s.
Alright, and hello and welcome to Night Terror, Day Trippa 1, where we talk about what keeps you up at night. Tonight's topic is a nuclear holocaust survivable? How? And if you'd like, you can
this is to be a loft delivery, when the IP is crossed,
You can jump on the Discord, or you can chat in the chat box.
this starts the
But welcome. No, Jesus. Thank you for the heart attack, day trip 1. Appreciate that.
The Johnston Island portion of the 1962 Dominic Test Series, conducted by Joint Task Force 8, included...
You guys probably don't want to see me eat cookies at the moment.
One involved a number
So let me just change screen here.
detonations carried aloft by various missiles launched from the island, and the other was a group of 5 airdrops over the ocean clear of the island, but within the Johnston Island danger area. The first of the Johnston Island high-altitude firings was Bluegill. Ignition of the propulsion system appeared normal.
So what do you think, Day Trippa? You think you could survive a nuclear holocaust? Would it be luck? Came here specifically for cookies. Ah, damn it. Cookies good.
And it was necessary to destroy both missile and the warhead after a long flight, on what was later analyzed to have been the correct trajectory. The next attempted high-altitude shot was Starfish on the 19th of June. It, too, was unsuccessful. On the 8th of July, Starfish Prime, the second try at Starfish, was launched and was entirely successful. The warhead detonated at an altitude...
Yeah, that initial blast. I think if anyone survives, aside from people who are actively investing or have invested billions to drill a hole into a mountain, I think it's just luck. Or those, you know, setting up bases in Antarctica. But, you know, I think everybody's... I don't think anyone really wants a nuclear war. But I just don't know sometimes, man. It's like, Jesus. Here we have Day Tripper. But depending on the size of the warhead in Fallout, could potentially be survivable within about 70 years. Yeah. One thing I don't understand, maybe somebody can explain this to me, is the tests. I mean, we test in deserts, we test in the sea, we test in space. I mean, we've exploded warheads all over this earth. And we're still here. So that's one thing I don't understand. That's one thing I just don't understand there.
The remaining 4 events, Checkmate, Bluegill Triple Prime, Kingfish, and Tightrope, were all successful.
I guess it's just based on living areas. If they actually targeted living areas instead of desolate areas, the story would be dramatically different.
Transferred from the aircraft to ignite the pulse thermal batteries. The parachute is deployed.
With over 6,500 aging classified nuclear weapons development films located on Kirtland Air Force Base, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and a smaller number at Albuquerque's Pantex plant near Amarillo, this joint Department of Defense and Department of Energy effort will preserve and allow appropriate release of this valuable historic information.
Okay, I have to see the baby. My baby's crying. I have to check out what's going on. I'll be back in just a moment. Here we have Day Tripper. People are still living in Chernobyl. Oh, no, here we have Red Dirt Ranch. Sorry, one moment. Let me get back here. From my understanding, certain elements can capture the nuclear fission. The nuclear tests were not necessarily having live warheads, and they were the propulsion systems and the size of the explosions components. Most of the time, there is not an actual warhead involved. No, but I mean like these tests that we're looking at right now. Those I think those are full and ready there. We have people are still living in Chernobyl, and have been for years. That's always baffled me. Yeah. Wolves are getting pretty big though down there.